Oh, I've just realised my browser thingy. I just realised the chat wasn't fixed. No, I'd done that already. God damn it. Okay, hang on. I gotta do one more thing. No. Oh well. Yeah, I decided to forego the changing the thumbnail until later on, but I am live. Hopefully this works again. I just got to really quick sort out the chat bot real quick so that it's showing on screen again, because I quite liked that feature last time. It was nice seeing you guys on the screen, so I'm gonna add that in now. Hold on, just knocked my microphone. That's fun. Okay, change that. Boom. Okay, it's working. All right. Hello. I swear Links and YouTube Live don't like each other. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I go live, like it'll either like delay or take a while to actually do it, or it'll like do it late or something. Like it never seems to get it quite right. But yeah, we're going. I'm supposed to be working. I'm sorry. You didn't miss anything yet. No, we've just been getting started. I've just been setting everything up. You might be able to tell the thumbnail's not changed yet, and I do need to change it. I'll change it once the stream is over. But, you know, we got a couple of news items to go over, and I'm planning on doing a little bit of a tier list at end of stream to end us off, because I wanted to do a little bit of a fun thing, and I was thinking, you know, making it a channel clip. Cameron Jefferson just became a top chair for 4 months. Glad to see you looking well and live. Thank you very much. Also, if you are new around here, be sure you're subscribed. As you may know, if you tuned into yesterday's stream, I am going to be streaming myself eating fish fingers and custard when we reach 16k, if we reach it within the next week. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to take part in that. The Nyman be praised. I agree. I feel like you just wanted that on the screen, and you know what? Fair enough. Is Matt Smith coming back? Oh no, a tier list? Your tastes suck? No, your tastes suck. No, I probably shouldn't say that to the audience, but you know what? Like, good day, Tharies, good day. Not that I know of. It doesn't say it in the title, does it? No, it doesn't. Another haircut already. No, this is the same haircut from last stream. If you hear last stream, it's the same one. I've not changed it since then. If I had, then, I mean, that would be, you know, a remarkable, you know, amount of haircuts for me, but no, this is the same one. His taste will suck when he eats fish fingers and custard. That's true. That's true. But yeah, let's see who we've got in here. Good morning from the Midwest. Good morning. Hello to Vanders, or Vander. I can never say your name. I'm sorry. Heretic, Adzinko, Brandon Catamol. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Newman 0067, Pam, Roomba Wars. Paul Malley, a familiar face there, I remember Paul Malley. Ryan Blackmore, Space Fluff. Sam S, The Stuff. Atomize, obviously. N4N0, Recon. James Baxter. Jake Tyre. Marcin Kerwin. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Those. Can't wait to hear about the Cybus thing, which is real. I disagree, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Don't you worry, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, make sure you've liked the stream if you haven't already, because we've got 85 people in here, and it'd be greatly appreciated to get all the likes on it. Is this chat in the right place? Does it feel too close to my head for anyone else? What do you guys think? I feel like the alternative is having it on the other side there and blocking Dennis, and I don't think he deserves to be blocked. You know, he deserves to be prominent. He deserves the spotlight. Can we just get like spam Dennis in the chat, and everyone, any new viewers will just be confused. Tharies is a MILF, marvelous, interesting, lovely fellow. Well, thank you very much. It's the first time I've been called a MILF, I can tell you that. Dennis, yeah, Dennis is the Cyberman. That spot is fine. Okay, cool. That's Inco. You know you lost the naming. We can't go over this every time I have a stream. Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Yes, hi, Dennis. Having an anxious day, and just what I needed. Lol. Well, I appreciate that. You know, if you're going through an anxious day, sorry to hear that, but I hope you're feeling better soon. You know, it can be rough when you're feeling rough. Man, I'm such an inspirational man. It can be rough when you're feeling rough. Thanks, Darius, for stating the obvious. When do you think we'll get more of the What If episodes? Those episodes are amazing. What? Is it my episodes? Well, thank you. Honestly, as I said in the last stream, it's just kind of coming up with an idea for it is the main thing. Yeah, I did. I got one for the last stream. Well, I got one. I actually got the haircut like end of last week. But yes, I did get a haircut. Do people seriously think the BBC would get away with that Cybus account? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I just like having a little bit of a back and forth with you before we all start, getting into the serious, the nitty gritty. Do you think the Ice Warriors will come back in Series 14 and also Old Companions? I wouldn't be opposed to an Ice Warrior return. Old Companions, I feel like we need one series at least of fresh stuff. I wouldn't be opposed to them doing a Sarah Jane style thing with School Reunion, where they tie a past companion into the arc of a new one. So an idea I came up with, because I've seen a lot of people, request a Martha Jones return, and I've seen some people say, well, wouldn't that kind of cheapen the impact of Martha leaving in what do you call it? Like, wouldn't that take the impact of her leaving voluntarily if she came back? And I disagree, because that could be part of the arc. So what you could do is you could have, Martha Jones, who, whilst happy to see the Doctor again, is nowhere near as smitten by it as perhaps a new companion would be, who perhaps hasn't really seen any of the downsides yet, and Martha could be there to go, yeah, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows like you think it is. That'd be quite fun. Again? What do you mean again? Live? Yeah, I am live. Really can't wait for the 60th. What if Boris Johnson was a Slitheen? Russell already beat me to that one. Really can't wait for the 60th. Me too. But shall we get into some news items? So this was actually, the sad thing about this was that this came out like literally just after I finished the last stream. Chanya Button, who, if you don't know, is the other director on the 60th specials alongside Richard Talale, has been posting basically these posts to Instagram story, live feed of me and Mark Trend in the cutting room. And it's got, obviously, for those of you who know, the Muppets, Dr. Bunsen, Honeydew, and his assistant, Beaker, from the Muppets there. I also said Baker, like I'm too used to saying Tom Baker, it seems, and then reviewing those rushes, and then it's got them like chilling out. So, as Doctor Production News points out here, director Chanya Button and DOP Mark Trend are in the process of editing Doctor Who 60th Anniversary Special 3. Now, so Mark Trend is the editor, Mike Orasmer is the DOP, so that's actually wrong, so Mark Trend is the editor. So that's interesting, because I thought the other guy was, is it Will Oswald? I think Will Oswald may be doing 1 and 2 then, and maybe Mark Trend is the editor for episode 3? That's just me guessing. But what's cool about that is it implies that a lot of Special 3 has been completed, or at the very least, they could, to be fair, they could be editing it as they go along. They could be editing the special as they go along, but obviously it's really cool. They're already, like, in the editing processes, and they're reviewing the rushes with, like, being all chill. So I think that implies that, what they're seeing is already really good, I think. So, not completely her name was on the slate for Special 3, no word on the identity of the person who directed Special 2, but I suspect it was Talale. Okay, so apparently the reasoning for it being Special 3 specifically is that Chanya Button was slated to be doing episode 3. Also, I didn't point out earlier, real quick, before we continue, I just realised I'm wearing the merch. You can't really see it, but I am wearing it. Yeah. If you want to get that, you can. Yeah, there you go. What were we talking about? Yeah. So Chanya Button is in and Mark Trend are in the process of editing the 60th Anniversary Special 3, which is really neat. And yeah, that was actually annoyingly something that happened shortly after I finished streaming. So that was annoying, because I would have covered it in the last one. But, I've covered it now. So, talking next a little bit about this Cybus account. Now, so for those of you who don't know, basically, an account on Twitter was set up a while back called Cybus Industries, and was basically posting what most people assume to be joke posts of, let me see if I can get the account up actually. Give me 1 sec, because I can't type to save me life. Cybus. Yeah, so this account was established, I've spoken about it briefly before, it was established last month, and it was making, like, these sorts of posts, teachers entitled to upgrade benefits, say no to hot water, time to upgrade, you know, save money on hot water, time to upgrade, we're voting on your future, you know, very, 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 very funny, and like, whoever's doing this is putting an extreme amount of effort into it, and I commend them for it. So that's been established since July, basically, and a lot of people have been wondering, okay, is this, you know, a actual official thing? And I have my own thoughts on this. I don't think the BBC would be able to get away with a lot of the things that this account posts, you know, stuff about Trump and, you know, stuff about Elon Musk and basically the current political climate. As funny as I think it would be for them to do it, realistically, it's probably not official. Like, you know, basically just having a official BBC Twitter account, you know, I say, assuming it is official, basically mocking that, you know, the current status quo would be kind of, I don't think it would happen. But there has been some more evidence to suggest that it is actually not happening, as has been suspected. So recently, if you go, because they've got a website link to this as well, if you go to cybusindustries.org, which is the website that's linked to the Twitter account, you'll see a countdown has started until, I believe, Saturday at 7 PM, as this person points out here. And this has led to much speculation as to what this is, and quite frankly, I'm not sure what they're going to reveal, but I don't think it's anything official. And the reason I don't, well, there's a few different reasons. One, obviously, as I mentioned, I think the posts are just way too out there for the BBC to ever be able to do, but I also think, oh, that's actually a bit too soon. What was I going to show? Oh, the other thing, hang on. So it's kind of been shown through some images and people going into like inspect element and stuff that the origin of the countdown element that's used on this website is actually from WordPress, which is like a free. I don't really know much about coding, so you have to figure it. It's like a free, you know, asset, and the BBC tend to use their own assets even when it's making websites like this. So that kind of does. I don't think this is real, you know. Cybus is on a budget. Yeah, so I think WordPress is perhaps a free open source thing. I'm not very adept at things beyond my specific searches, but it seems to be set up by someone from Iceland. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of an open source type programming thing. I'm not very good at programming. Context, I failed computer science, so I'm not the best person to ask, evidently. But, yeah, I don't think this is real. I really don't. I know a lot of people think it is. I'm not convinced in the slightest. A lot of people just spamming F. Oh wait, people just F and chat for Wilf. I mean, yeah. I didn't. Wait, did something come up on screen about Wilf, or is everyone just doing it? I build WordPress sites for a living. I can tell you that's not official BBC. There you go. I mean, listen. N for NO Raccoon. I'll tell you what I'll do, right? If you want to bet, if you said you want to bet 20 quid, right? If you donate 20 quid, if you're right, I will give you 20 quid back. I'll PayPal it to you or something. Yeah, I've only just figured out you're putting F in the chat for Will, but fair enough. I respect it. Yeah, if you want to like donate 20 quid, and if you are right, I will give you the money back. But if not, obviously I'll keep it. Doing it out of respect for Wilf, honestly, fair enough. I can support that. But yeah, what was I doing? Yeah, there was another thing that was, because now there's basically, for context, there's a Cybus Investigator account, which is basically like an account dedicated to investigating the Cybus Industries account. It's all very technical, but that account has posted that Cyberdog has been referenced by John Sim-Monda67. A few days ago, there was a QR code linking to Camden Market. Listing for Cyberdog was posted on the Twitter. Now they have posted a photo on the John Simons 67 Instagram story. There was actively related to 60th filming by Cyborg, and obviously you can see they've photoshopped some Cybermen into the scene because they don't look like I don't think they were actually there. Yeah, I don't think they are. They're definitely not. And apparently, I think one of the signs got photoshopped or something like that. But apparently, according to some people, they can't find any official like or any actual link back to this, so this specific shot, because I think the implication is, according to this person, that the QR code was scanned and then it revealed the Cybermen in this like Cyberdog location, which they did use for actual 60th filming. But I think in this case, it is a case of just someone's just having a bit of a very, very elaborate troll. But I don't even mean to use troll in the derogatory sense, because it's really well done and it's giving us all a chuckle, but I do not think it's legitimate. If it is, I will literally, as I said, I will give, you know, N4NO the 20 quid back if he super chats it. But right now, I'm not convinced. Hello, Frankie's channel. How you doing? I agree. Jody will regenerate back to 10 up to 60th, and then he'll change to shoot you at the end. That's my current theory. Currently, yeah, I agree with that. Might be something related to timeout. What's timeout? Anyone got any? I'm not sure what timeout is. I might be dumb. I might have missed something. I get paid, so we'll do it there. I get paid Mondays. I'll do it then. Okay, fair enough. If I'm live, then yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, obviously, you might know obviously that now we've got the chat on screen. If you super chat, it'll come up on screen. So if that's your prerogative, feel free. I really hope we get to see Jodie cleanly regenerated Shooty, or I'll be human. I think that's a possibility. I mean, I've always said that, like, I think what the Tenant regeneration could be would be like a sort of alternate timeline type deal, where there'll be two regenerations. One that's the full regeneration from Jodie and Shooty, and then one that's the regeneration from Jodie into Tenant, rather. How's your day going? Not too bad. Mandarin Gaming, favorite top chair. We got another membership. Yeah, if you want to do the membership, it's like £2 a month. You get your name in the credits of main videos. Obviously, like live streams, I'll show you out as well. But in main channel videos, you get like that little shout out at the end. You get you know, your little badge. You get some exclusive posts. I struggle to say it. Can you like sound it out in the chat so I know? Because I always forget. I'm just not very good at pronunciation. But I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to do that, feel free. But have you covered the deleted picture of some sort of Cyberman machine with the dismembered Cyberman head on top of it that they tweeted? I don't think I remember it. I don't think Van Ders. Have I got it? Van Ders? Van Ders. Yeah, I think I got it. I feel like, you know, when you say a word often enough and then it just sort of becomes like, it doesn't sound right. Like, I know it wouldn't have been possible, but could you imagine if the absolute chaos would have been if Jodie regenerates into Tenant in the Centenary and they hadn't announced his return? That would have been sick. I still think that's what's going to happen in terms of the Tenant regenerating, the Jodie regenerating into Tenant. But yeah, it would have been sick if we didn't know. That would be really cool. I can tweet you the image if you want. Yeah, if you want to either tweet it at me or DM me, that's cool. Whilst you're doing that, though, I'm going to go over some of the other news-related stories that we have. So, Doctor Who Magazine Special 61 is on the way. Guest stars will be available from conventions at W.H. Smith and selected supermarkets from 11th of August, priced at $7.99. I know why I feel like I'm reading an ad. It's not an ad. Available now while stocks last. UK, Ireland, and Gibraltar only. And then you've got the cover here, which is oh, I don't know why it refreshed. You got a cover here, which is Kylie Minogue, Timothy Dalton, and I can't remember. That's terrible, isn't it? Someone remind me who the one on the left is. I can't. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I know it now, and it's going to annoy me. Someone in chat spam it at me until I recognize who it is, because that's going to annoy me for a while if I don't figure that out. Gene Marsh, thank you. As Sarah Kingdom, of course, yeah. I know. I couldn't. I was also trying to figure out what the celebrity was. Yeah. Okay. Give me gossip updates only. Cybus Industries account exists. Some people are trying to like speculate it's real. I don't think it is. But there's been a lot of gossip over the last couple of days. Neil Patrick Harris has been talking about working with, like, or being able to interact with Shooty, which it kind of implies that they've done some stuff together. The Timefall. Okay, yeah, Timefall sickness. What else has been going on? We had the release of a new The Daleks novelized illustrated book. There's been a new magazine coming out in the next couple of days. I'm trying to just think of all the other news items that we covered. Someone help me out. Oh yeah, well I'll get on to the next thing anyway, because that's actually something that I can talk about. So, I don't know why I felt the need to shout so then, it just felt more dramatic. Entire Belton House estate closes for rumoured Doctor Who filming. This historic venue has been used for filming purposes before. Filming is getting underway at the Belton House near Grantham, with 60th anniversary of Doctor Who rumoured to be shooting at the historic venue. The National Trust venue is particularly popular with families during the summer holidays, with activities including the summer sport programme and an adventure playground. But the mansion itself and the entire estate will be closed off as part of the summer as film crews descend on the area. The BBC has not commented on the speculation, but a Doctor Who fan page has been reporting that the upcoming special episode of the series is being filmed. Okay, if it's a Doctor Who fan page, it could be that one Facebook page that gets everything wrong, but anyway, I digress. The special episode will bring back actors including David Tennant and Catherine Tate, as we know. Belton House has been used for filming before, filming BBC's 1995 TV adaptation of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, starring Colin Firth and Mr. Darcy. The mansion itself has been closed for filming since July 25th. We know they've been filming. We know they're filming until at least like late August, because David Tennant has said that he's been sort of delayed. Will now be closed from today. But the entire estate will now be closed from today, August 3rd, until August 12th. It will then be closed again, August 17th to 19th, before the mansion opens again on August 27th. We brought you updates on the first day of filming across the full estate, which you can see in our blog below. Amid speculation that Doctor Who's been filmed, they declined to comment. They said we couldn't comment at this time, I'm afraid. Yeah, okay, so they could be filming at Bridgeton House very soon, so that's cool. That is very cool. Whether they are or not, I know that some people said that's not happening, but I've not seen anyone properly debunk that, so yeah, we talked about the episode 3 details earlier. Basically, it's currently being edited by Chanya Button, the director, alongside Rich Talale and Mark Trend. The only thing that would make me think it's real is the evidence gone is the ARG stuff. Oh, you mean the cyber stuff? Yeah, it's probably had more effort put into it than Find the Doctor. Anyone remember that? I think it's just a bit of harmless fan community fun. I agree with that. I do agree, and it's very good. It's very well done. Is there a new comic? Wait, you sent me images on Twitter. I'll have a look. Let me have a look. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so this is a deleted one from the Cybus Industries account, apparently. 0402 warning, server error, uplink system error, incorrect upload server, uplink refresh, and then you can see like a Cybus head on top of a weird, it's not even a Cybus head, it looks more like an invasion head, but it's on top of a weird sort of mass of cables. I don't think this account is real, but I think it's a very, very good, like a little like fandom thingy. I think it's fun though. Find the Doctor would have been great. There's a good reward. That's true. Yeah, I feel like it would have been. I think that was. Hi Theron, to make another CGI edit of Sex Education. If I sent it to you, would you consider playing it on screen? Yeah, in fact, I'll play the first one. Also, we've got a £5 super chat from Van. Oh god, right, Vanders. Okay, I am flexing these epic emojis, everyone who isn't a member. Also, I genuinely love your vids. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, I want to actually show this because I've seen this a couple of times, and if you haven't seen it, it's really, really well edited. Because I know you mentioned it last stream rather, so I'm gonna play it on stream again because why not? Let me find it. Barry's haircut, cherry Bakewells all round. Yes. What was I gonna do? Yes, that's what I was going to do. I was going to play... I can't find it now. I've got DMs with you, so what I'll do is I'll just find them that way. I am terrible at doing anything, really, just generally. I'm just not very clever, you know? So what I'll do, I hope I don't get claimed for this. I shouldn't do, because it's like 20 seconds long and it's edited, so I should be fine. In the event that I'm not, what I'll do is I'll just keep it in the little window here, and I'll put the volume here. There we are. Okay, you ready?
Will you be long? I just want to get a packet of hula hoops.
Top Hat Bros. If you haven't seen this,
Excuse me?
it's really good.
Can you not see that we are very upset here? Go away, right now. Get out of here!
Apologies.
Now! Nonsense! Unbelievable.
It's very well done. It's very well done. Hats off to is he still in chat? Hands off to wait, who's in chat? Who's in it? What was it? Wait, who's the account that did it? Sticks in the chat. Hats off to you for that. It's really funny. And also, I'll give the channel a shout out as well, because why not? It's I just realised I'm not subscribed, but it's Top Hat Bros. Let's see how many subscribers we can give Top Hat Bros real quick. If you can see here, it's on what, 336 subscribers. This was one of their first videos to like pop off because it's really good at it. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a subscribe. Let's see how many subscribers we can get Top Hat Bros to. That's the next goal. Can we get them to like 500? I don't know. I don't know how many people will be willing to subscribe in one go, but link in the chat and pin it. Good call. What I'll do, I'll just link. Yeah, do I link the video or do I just link the I'll just link the channel. Oop. I'm so organized, guys. Look at me. I'm so organized. Boom. There you go. So subscribe to Top Hat Bros. The edit was awesome. I actually saw it before it was shown to me, but really good at it. Really talented. I can't wait to see more of these. They're really well done. And yeah, that's that. Anything else anyone wants to brought up before we get into the next segment of the stream, which will be the tier list? Hi Tharies, hope you're well. I'm doing okay. Doing pretty good. What do you think Billy from Review Death has been filming for Doctor Who people? I saw, according to his CV, I think it's like a what you call it? Like a Channel 5 documentary about like Doctor Who's past. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, there you go. You saw it before it was shown to you. Yeah, the Dalek clip. I actually had that recommended to me before Styx showed it to me. But yeah. Oh, Doctor in Distress, I get flashbacks. Doctor in Distress, iconic piece of music. No, I do kind of get some ironic enjoyment out of Doctor in Distress. Yeah, the episode 3 details, as I said earlier in the stream, is that it's currently being edited by the other director, Chanya Button, obviously with Rachel Talale doing episodes 1 and 2, and Mark Trent, who's the editor, I believe, on episode 3. That's the details. I'm not sure what John said in the Wild Never Discord. God knows what he says in there. Have you seen the song Doctor in a Dress? I'm not sure I have. I want some hula hoops, darling. True. Doctor in Distress. Yeah, anyway. Okay. I feel like I'm going to get into the next segment of the stream. Have I missed something? Is Smith and Capaldi back? No, you haven't missed anything, don't worry. Ironic enjoyment only for Doctor in Distress, for real. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely ironic, guys. It's definitely ironic. I totally don't love the song. It's ironic. It's ironic, guys. Hello, Tharies. Nice stream. Thank you. Ironic and ironic. I have a little soft spot. I've always said this. I have a little soft spot for weird little Doctor Who songs. There was a leak a while back on Reddit that mentioned Doctor in Distress being in the 60th, ironically, was deleted a day later. You don't have to have this. You don't have to have this. I can't speak. Cyberman Elf, you don't happen to have a screenshot of that, do you? or just anything like that, because that'd be interesting. But yeah, whilst you're doing that, I'm going to show you what we're talking about for the next segment of the stream. So I wanted to do another tier list, but I thought, since October will mark the centenary, presumably, the final episode of the Jodie Whittaker era, I thought we'd do a little ranking of Regeneration scenes. So I got a little tier list here of all the Regeneration scenes up until obviously 12 to 13, which is as of recording, or as of streaming, I suppose, the latest in the line of Regenerations. Obviously, this doesn't include things like Melody Pond or, you know, people like that, or the Masters Regenerations. This is purely Regenerations of the Doctor, and yeah, it includes like John here, but like we're not going too out there with this. It's just the main Doctor Regenerations. So, I think we should rank these, and I kind of want to go in chronological order, so I'm not going to go in the order that it presents me here. What we're basically going to do is go in order of, basically just release, I suppose. So let's start with the First Doctor. Now, the First Doctor, it's the first Regeneration. Things I like about it: the smooth transition from William Hartnell to Patrick Troughton. It's very well done, just a burst of light, which is really effective given the time period. I like, obviously, the posing is nice. Obviously, I like that I like the TARDIS set, obviously, that it happens in. It's the first Regeneration. It's very quick. It's very just sort of, he just sort of changes, and that's it. Boom. Which I kind of like. It's the sort of basis for all future Regenerations to follow. I'm sort of fluttering between an okay and a good. I feel like okay, see, okay and good, it's kind of, I'll put in good. You know, it's a solid start for the tradition of Regenerations. And then we move on to the second, obviously that was in the 10th Planet, that was the First Doctor's final story. And then we move on to wait, you guys can see, right? Just make sure. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Best Regen is 10th. Well, we're going to be getting into that. Next, we're going to get into the scene in the War Games with the Second Doctor. So this includes, I assume, you know, the final scene with the Time Lords trying him, you know, him being shown a bunch of new faces, and you're like, oh, I've never seen such an incredible bunch. Like, yeah, I can't do Troughton, evidently. And obviously it has him sentenced to being on Earth. This one's haunting, and I love it. It's so unique and different. I love the swirling faces. I love how Troughton's face slowly gets distorted and how he slowly spirals away. This one, to me, top tier Regeneration. I'm not going to put it in the greatest, because I do think there are better ones after it. But I'm going to put it in amazing. I think this is like a phenomenal Regeneration. Phenomenal way for a Doctor to go out. It shows the Time Lords at their most powerful and awesome. And yeah, I think it's a great one. Yeah, so this is where I think for me the Regeneration, like this is like a kind of a mid Regeneration for me. Pertwee's. So this is the a tear, Sarah Jane. That one. Where he's on the floor and, you know, he's the Brigadier says, "Here we go again." Now, the thing this has in its favour is the cast that's around it. Obviously, Sarah Jane and Brigadier, very good characters. So that elevates a Regeneration scene considerably. I don't like the whole stuff with I can't even remember what he is, the weird like pixie guy that like sort of triggers his Regeneration. I've always thought that was a bit weird. I'd rather that wasn't there. I think the fade into Tom Baker is a little bit generic. It is just kind of a fade. I'd have preferred a bit of light, personally, to go with it, rather than it just being a straight fade. I mean, part of me likes the simplicity of that, but part of me is also like, I feel like you could have done better with that, I feel like. So yeah, on that basis, I feel like this goes in okay. I don't know whether that's controversial or not. Oh yeah, no, it's a good scene. I'm not saying Pertwee's performance is bad, but what we're basically ranking this off is based off, obviously, the effect, you know, the characters' performances, what they say, you know, the whole vibe of it all. And obviously, for me, Pertwee's is kind of, it's fine. It's Yeah, okay. It goes in okay for me. It's fine, but it's nothing extraordinary. Then we have Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor's Regeneration. So this is an interesting one because I really like the Watcher stuff. I like him falling off of Jodrell Blank, I think it is. I like that. I like the companions being all around him. Although, I do think, obviously, because those companions don't have as much of a vibe with like the Fourth Doctor, I kind of always associate them with Fifth Doctor companions. I feel like this one doesn't have the benefit of, say, a Pertwee Regeneration, of having like really iconic characters at that point, around him. Like the Brigadier has already been around for ages by the time Pertwee regenerates. Sarah Jane, obviously, she was a newer character, but she was very quickly establishing herself. Whereas, obviously, Tegan, Nyssa, and Adric don't really have that same pull, I don't think. Having said that, though, I do like his final line, "It's the end, but the moment has been prepared for." And I also like the little spirals of all the different enemies that Doctor's faced. It does feel like the end of a significant time for the show. So I'm a bit torn. I feel like it's in between these two spots, and I can't decide exactly where. I feel like it is slightly above the Pertwee Regeneration for me. So it's going to go in good. That's where it's going. Yeah. So far, you'll notice we haven't really had a bad regeneration so far. They've all been pretty. The music for Fours is iconic. True. The moment. Yeah, the music for Fours is iconic. The do. I can't do music impressions for Toffee, but yeah. David Tennant for the win. Yeah, we're getting to that. Don't you worry. All right. We're going to get to David Tennant. All right. And then we get number 5, Peter Davison, Caves Down Johnny. I love this scene. I think it's great. I love the faces. I love the fact that he sacrifices the obviously the little sort of medicine he needs to survive and gives it to Perry. Companion at that point he barely knows. It's a very nice way to go out. I like that his last words are Adric. Even though 5 is not my favourite Doctor, I feel like this has to go in amazing, right? Like, it's an amazing scene. I love the bursting effect into Baker. I love the Master mocking him to die. I think it's a really solid scene. And yeah, I really like this one. It's a very fun one. I like the effect a lot. It's very 80s, which I like. It fits that era quite well. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I'm trying to think if there's anything more significant I could say on it, but I feel like I've said as much as I want to say. I feel like this one benefits from just being preceded by a really good story. So yeah, in this case, it's just great. But yeah, let me see what you guys are thinking in the chat. Fifth Doctor was my favorite classic regeneration. The greatest tier. See, I'm reserving that because I'm a biased man. 10 Meta Crisis and 10 End of Time. The Meta Crisis isn't included in the list, presumably because it's not really a full regeneration. I mean, it does technically count. I sent a DM with the leak I mentioned earlier. Thank you. I will do that once I have done this. But thank you very much. I have my reservations for 10 regeneration. I feel like some sparks are gonna fly when I get to 10's regeneration. Okay. Yeah, but right. I don't even know where I'm going to put 10's regeneration, frankly. First of all, though, we kind of have to do what is, in my opinion, undoubtedly the worst regeneration on the list. 6 to 7. Now, obviously, for context, they didn't get Colin Baker back because they actually fired him before, so he was like, no, hell no, I'm not coming back. And, rightly so, in my opinion. So what they did instead was they got the next guy, Sylvester McCoy, slapped him in a wig, put him on the floor, did the change, and that was it. And you can tell. You can really tell. And the way that... I mean, there's been sort of various different ways it's been described that the Sixth Doctor regenerates, from quote-unquote tumultuous buffeting in one of the books, I think, which is just the TARDIS going haywire, from him just hitting his head on the console and dying. I think Big Finish did a good adaptation of it, though, where the Seventh Doctor is kind of willing Six to regenerate. That's really cool. There's a really good edit. I think it's by, I want to say, is it by Confession Dial of the 6th Doctor regenerating into the 7th Doctor, and it sort of combines the Big Finish stuff with the TV stuff, and it's really, really well done. But the regeneration as it stands is kind of unforgivable. Like, I can't really defend it, you know, because it is just Sylvester McCoy in a wig, isn't it? Like, Big Finish salvaged it, yes. Our future is a safe house. I agree. I think the scene in Big Finish is really cool. I know which one you're putting greatest, it's obvious. Beautiful top tier, I'd marry it. Fair enough. I don't agree, but fair enough. The 6th Doctor regenerating by Oliver Comet is really good. Yes, there's been a lot of good 6th Doctor regeneration edits that are really fantastic. But the regeneration as it stands, no. The movie, this is a tough one because I quite like it, but I must admit it's the least regeneration feeling out of the entire pantheon of Doctor regeneration. So for context, obviously the TV movie was an American-made film, but they wanted it to be canon, so they basically got Sylvester McCoy on to film a scene where he regenerates into the next Doctor, Paul McGann. And so the way they get rid of the 7th Doctor is essentially he gets shot down in an alley and sent to a hospital, and he's operated on there and he dies. Now, I quite like those scenes, but it does feel like quite an undignified way for the 7th Doctor to go out, considering like how I genuinely think he's one of the best incarnations. And like the whole morgue scene with you've got a guy watching Frankenstein in the background, and you can sort of see like they sort of parallel the Frankenstein scenes with the regeneration. It feels like it fits a villain like the Master more so than it fits the Doctor to me, and I've always felt that way. I do like the lightning effects. I think they look neat. I like the face twisting that happens with Sylvester. I like all of that. That stuff's all good. Everything else though, I kind of feel like I can't put it, you know, on the same level as the Pertwee one, so it kind of has to go in bad. Even though I don't really hate this one, it's just kind of like, it just doesn't really feel as much like a regeneration to me, you know? It's like, I like it, but it's like, now the most manipulative Grand Doctor having a boring death is based, yeah. 7 is good, I agree, but McCoy steps 1 foot in America and gets shot, America moment. Yeah, basically, that is very funny. I don't hate it. I just don't know whether I can feasibly put it on the same level of like some of the others, you know? Like if we're putting them in a ranking. 7 gets gunned down for real. Yeah. So yeah, next up, we're rocking through these fairly quick. I feel like we got, well, I don't feel like we know. I know we've got 8s. 8s I really like. It's not anything too special, mainly because it's just like very, basically it's just an 8-minute short, isn't it? Night of the Doctor. But I do like his like final words where they, you know, they canonise the Big Finish companions. I like the whole scene in like with the Sisterhood of Calm 4 minutes. That's ages. What if I get bored? Someone bring me knitting. Like it's a good scene, and Paul McGann is the best part about it. Like the scene itself though is like it's good. I'm you know what, I'm gonna put it in good along with the 1st and the 4th. Like it's. I feel like that's deserved. I feel like it's a solid regeneration. Nothing too crazy, but like good, you know? I feel like good and okay are kind of interchangeable categories for me. I don't know, like, I don't feel like, I feel like the 8th Doctor's is definitely above Pertwee's for me. Mainly just because, as I said, I mean, obviously I love Pertwee's performance as well, but I think Paul McGann's performance in The Night of the Doctor, for as short a time as he has, is really something special, so. Yeah, I think good for Paul McGann's. Yeah, we're kind of flying through these quicker than I was expecting to. But I think, Darius, man, you caught me off. You caught me when I dressed like the 11th Doctor. I see you've redecorated your hair. I don't like it. No, this is fair enough. I love Wraith's regeneration, but I always find it weird that he doesn't mention the fact his companions, all the companions Big Finish gave him after the episode. That's true. To be fair, I don't really blame Moffat for that though. 9 has got to be top tier. We're gonna get into that. We're getting really close to the New Who ones now. Yeah, we are gonna be getting into the New Who ones real soon. Next up, we have the War Doctor, and I think the War Doctor, I'm not going to make, like, any, you know, I'm not going to blow anyone's mind here. It's okay. It's, like, it's fine, but it is just, like, 3 seconds long. He says, I hope the ears will be a bit less conspicuous this time. You don't see the full, I mean, the thing that's annoying about it is that you don't see the full change into Eccleston from her, right? That's the most annoying part, and I get why, obviously, you know, Eccleston didn't want to come back, but, like, part of the fun of a regeneration is seeing that afterwards of, wow, it's the new Doctor, and you don't get that here. It's fine for what it is. It's more so just to fill in a gap. I kind of feel bad putting the... I don't really want to put it in bad, but I don't really want to put it in, like, on the same level as the Pertwee regeneration. I'm kind of in that weird... I'll put it in okay for now, but I'll put it, like... Is there any way I can put it in the bottom of okay? It's like bottom okay. It's below the Pertwee regeneration for sure, I think. It's just kind of, as I said, it's a space filler. It's a gap. It's, as Moffat has said, he likes having all the regenerations on the box set. Wow, 8 having memory loss, how shocking. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of a regular occurrence for 8. Am I doing along with theories like anyone else? That'd be fun. 8 to War is technically a New Who one. Yeah, that's true. But we're getting into the big New Who ones now, the big boys. And girls, because Jodie obviously appears at the end of 12s. Right, 9s. Yeah, that's going in amazing. I love this scene. I love how it introduces the concept of regeneration to new audiences. I love that the Doctor's trying to comfort, and in universe, not only does it introduce like new audiences, but it also like comforts Rose in the process. I think it's really well written. I love the reasoning for 9 regenerating, basically absorbing the time vortex to save Rose. I really like regenerations where the Doctor sacrifices himself for one of their companions. I think that's why I rate the 5th Doctor regeneration so highly. It's for that same reason. I think when the Doctor's doing something, you know, sacrificial, that boosts it for me. And in the case of Eccleston's regeneration, you can definitely see that. I think it has the little mad bit afterwards. The speech isn't anything like massively notable, but I think it's like, this was before the big speech was kind of a New Who staple for regeneration, but I think for what it is, I really love this scene. Like, I think Eccleston is giving a great performance. I think, as I said, Billy's reaction is great. Yeah, it's a really, really good scene. I really enjoy it. Like, it's not my favourite, but it's like, it's one of those ones that is just really well done. Like, I can't really fault it very much. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I like the change into Tennant's face as well, because you can sort of see the hair growing and stuff like that as he changes, so that's neat. Yeah, I really like this one. I feel like I'm not really saying anything too controversial here, right? We're all in general agreement. 9 speech makes more sense. It's comforting Rose, exactly. Long speeches before regeneration kind of boring out. I kind of agree. I do think there's one where it really works. But I'm gonna get into this next one. I really don't know where to put 10's regeneration, because on the one hand, I love some of the moments in it. You know, I contrary to a lot of what other people say, I quite like the Wilfred "It's been my honour" scene. I know that a lot of people say that 10 shouldn't whine, but it kind of does fit his whole character arc. And I think it makes sense for that character. I love a lot of the scenes in this. I love, obviously, him rescuing all the companions. I love that he just has to look at Sarah Jane before she knows, like, oh, it's time for him to change. Love that stuff. If there's one thing I would cut, I'd probably cut the scene where he visits, what's her name? Nurse Redfern's, like, great-granddaughter or whatever it is, and gets her to sign the book. It just feels like the most unnecessary of all the cameos, because you've got to bear in mind as well, you know, Journey's End was already quite a big sort of cameo fest. So to have that again, and like have a character that, like, I think a lot of people, I feel like in most other cases, right, you know, the cameos made sense, you know, like Martha and Mickey obviously, like, made sense. Captain Jack made sense. Sarah Jane makes sense. And then obviously with Donna's family, he sees them with the lottery ticket. And Rose being the final stop, again, makes perfect sense for this incarnation, and, you know, the whole, you know, oh, I hope you have a great year stuff. But I think it goes on a bit too long. I'd personally cut I think if I had to cut one scene, it would be that. But I do love the ending scene of like the Ood coming and he knows it's his time to go and he's slowly staggering towards the TARDIS. The last words, I do definitely think there are better last words. I don't want to go as iconic, but it's like, I kind of prefer 11's attitude towards regenerating over 10's, because 10's like, I don't want to go, whereas like 11's like, change is good actually. And I kind of think that's a nicer message, really. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, it's going near at the top. I feel like, I don't think I can put it in like anywhere. It's not going down here. Like, don't worry, it's not going down here. I think it's gonna be one of these. I feel like top of good. I feel like that's gonna be controversial. Some people saying bad, some people saying greatest. See, this is what I mean. I knew this was gonna be controversial, but I feel like wait, is Jay in the chat? Is JX in the chat? Thing is, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, this is the 10 to 11. On first viewing, I thought 10 regenerated in the chamber. As soon as you say 12, would have been mad if for Matt to stand straight back up. That would have been sick. That would have been really cool. I quite like it, I gotta be honest. Like, I mean, some people are saying it's the worst, and some people are saying it's the greatest. So I feel like good's the pretty, like, sweet middle spot for me. Yeah. And now we get to... now this is where I'm really going to show my bias here as a Smith guy. I love the scene in Twice Upon a Time. I don't think it is better than 11's. I'm sorry. I think 11 has a much nicer speech. I think the speech is wonderful. I think the appearance of like Karen Gillan being like, you know, Raggedy Man goodnight. It just feels like such a wonderful ending. I love the quick snap regeneration as well. A lot of people think that's just like quite cheap, but we had the big, bear in mind as well, we had the big clock tower regeneration for 11 as well. So you get that quick snap, it kind of makes sense because in universe it's part of a new cycle. So I kind of like it as a sort of, you know, a change in routine of just a quick shh, and then Capaldi's there, basically. I love this scene. I love everything about it. Like, there's not one single thing I would change. I think its message is lovely. I think Matt Smith delivers it wonderfully. It genuinely, you know, it gets me a bit emotional as my food doctor, you know, my bias is going to show. But for me, Matt Smith's Regeneration is the greatest. And we've got one more Regeneration to go after that, and I feel like some people are going to be annoyed. Overrated. No, it's not. 11's great. But a little annoying that he regenerates into his younger self and then Capaldi. I kind of get that though, because it's the reset, and I think it would have felt weird to not see him as he was in the show before he changed. I don't want to go as good, but I don't know. I prefer the we all change. If you think about it, we're all different people all through our lives, and that's okay. That's good. You got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. I will not forget one line of this, not one day, I swear. I will always remember when the Doctor was me. There's a reason I've remembered that pretty much line by line, and it's because it's such a good speech, you know? The big speeches work best when it's a Doctor holding a hand of a companion who's experiencing it like the audience. Exactly, and in the case of, you know, 11, that's what's happening. Dairies don't regenerate. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, I love this scene. I love everything about it. Although you do have to wonder what, you know, Clara was thinking when he was hallucinating Amy Pond. Like, what was she seeing in that moment? Was she just seeing him sort of dance around the console randomly? But I love that scene so much. It's like genuinely phenomenal. And then we get to 12s. I feel like I'm gonna anger some people here. I feel like I'm gonna anger some people. Breathe it in. Feel the backlash. Okay, let me explain. Capaldi himself, top tier. Top tier. As the performance is great. The speech goes on for way too long, though. I'm sorry. It's not like 11. It's like kind of everything that could have gone wrong with 11 speech, if you get me. It doesn't really mean that much. It kind of just sounds like old guy waffling for like 5 minutes. It just goes on for too long, in my opinion. There's like stuff about children hearing your name and like, you know, be kind and never fail to do this, and it goes on too long, you know. I think where I would have cut it would have been the line. What is it? It's the line of like, one last lifetime, won't kill anyone except me, and then you get the shot of the hand, and then bam, he regenerates. That's what I would have done. But they have this really long, and I think what makes it feel longer is the fact that like Twice Upon a Time in itself didn't really need to exist. It was made just so that they could keep the Christmas slot, because Chibble didn't want it. But as a result, I feel like this feels even longer because the whole episode didn't really need to be there. I also say it just kind of annoys me how long it takes for like 12 to regenerate. It's a shame because I think 12 just has like such a phenomenal like way of delivering speeches, and I love 12 as a Doctor. He's really grown on me over time. I just don't really like this speech all that much though, and I gotta be honest, I don't really think that the regeneration effect's that nice either. Like, it's just sort of, it's worse somehow than like the 10th Doctor's one, which was, you know, like 7 years before then. I'm not big on it. I mean, I love the shots of the TARDIS itself. They look great. Jodie's first scenes, they're fine. They're a bit generic to me. They're a bit like, oh, you're falling out the TARDIS. We're doing that again. It's like, it just kind of feels like another regeneration. Like, it's shot well. It doesn't... I feel like I'm being harsh, but it just... The thing is with the Third Doctor or War Doctor, they're like completely inoffensive. Like, they don't annoy me. This one does annoy me a little bit. Whenever I rewatch it, it's like, it takes so long. And at some point, you're just like, come on, regenerate already. And I don't feel like you should feel like that. You know, when you're watching a regeneration, you should be feeling sad. And that's just not really how I feel by the time that regeneration is over for 12. I'm just sort of there going, is it going to end? Like... Nah, see, I don't mind Shepherd's Boy being used as the music. Oh god, I actually realised, have I not had the thing on screen? Yeah, there you go. There's where I put it. Yeah, I just, like, I'm not really into it. The I hope there'd be stars line for Dr. Falls is a much better last line. That's true. Because, like, Doctor I Let You Go as well kind of just feels like I don't want to go too. Like, I get what it's supposed to symbolise of, like, the showrunner and Doctor also not wanting to leave, but I also feel like, on the same token, that's a bit, like, meta, like, a bit too meta for me. If 12's speech was cut in half, it'd be one of the best. I'm inclined to agree. I just think it goes on way too long. I feel like I am being harsh, but it's, as I said, like, the Third Doctor and War Doctor ones, they're completely inoffensive to me. They don't annoy me. The 7th Doctor and 12th Doctor ones do annoy me a little bit, and then, like, the Colin one is just unforgivable. Like, even like the ones that annoy me though, like they're not super terrible. It's just like they're the ones that annoy me the most. Out of like, I gotta be honest, I don't think we've had like a truly terrible regeneration, except maybe the 6th Doctors. Like, I think the others are like, you know, fine to like obviously fantastic. I just think, you know, something has to be on the bottom in the end. It's true triumphant and closely associated with the final scenes of Heaven Sent. Yeah, I kind of see that. But I don't mind it too much. Yeah, the child part I've never got. It does just kind of sound like old person rambling. I put it in okay because it has good bits, but it isn't bad to me. The TARDIS changing around the Doctor as they regenerate would be so cool to see. Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, I feel like they should do that. If they ever have the budget, I feel like that should be something that they do. 100%. But you know, that's my ranking. Children, bro, that's cringe. Yeah. So for those of you who aren't sure what my ranking is, we have in the unforgivable tier the 6th Doctor, in the bad tier the 12th Doctor and the 7th Doctor, in the okay tier we got the 3rd Doctor and the War Doctor, in the good tier we got the 4th Doctor, the 8th Doctor, the 1st Doctor, and the 10th Doctor. In the amazing tier 9, 5, and 2, and in the greatest we have Matt Smith's. That's all she wrote for that part of the stream. You were fantastic, and you know what? So was I. I do love that line as well. Terry's put it on Twitter so everyone can go insane in the comments. Okay. Okay, that's true. I mean, to be fair, mainly Twitter goes insane if, like, you're doing, like 13 related stuff, and this, like, list doesn't have 13 in it yet, so I feel like we might be okay. Ooh. Ranked all the regenerations on stream. Let me just tweet it out. Hold up. Ranked all the regenerations on stream. Regeneration scenes on screen, just to make sure there's no confusion. There you go, it's tweeted. Oop. It's tweeted. Harry's put 13's first scene in back. I didn't even think about that, but they're totally gonna do that. They're totally gonna do that. Oh no. Will you do an updated version when the time comes? Yeah, probably. At some point, if you guys want it. If you could, you should vote in a poll, see how many people like or dislike number 12, Regeneration into 13. That'd be interesting. I think 10s is like pretty decent. Like, it's not. But it's like it's not terrible, but it's not my favorite. Like, it's like it's good. You know, it's solid. But yeah, someone said that there was a Reddit leak that I haven't been over, so I think what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to go over it. So this was courtesy of Cyberman Alf. Okay, this is apparently this was posted to Reddit more as a joke. But we have a Reddit leak, everybody! Yay! Should we read it? All right. You want? Is it Reddit leak time? Everyone, if you want Reddit leak, put it in the chat. Is it Reddit leak time? I feel like the chat's slightly behind me, but I'm just gonna wait for them a little bit. Yay! Well, that didn't answer my question. 13 is not regenerated. Yeah, no, yeah, we can't. Yes. The thing is, the 6. It is. Okay, it's leak time. You ready? Okay. So this is apparently from Reddit. What is Reddit? Reddit's like a sort of chat forum thing. Spill the tea. Okay. So this was sent to me by Cyberman Alf. I haven't seen this leak before. Apparently, it was deleted a day after it was posted. So take this how you will. The orange spacesuit stuff is mostly the beginning because so this is basically combining the centenary and the 60th stuff. So this is both for the centenary and the 60th. So spoilers, I guess. The orange spacesuit stuff is mostly in the beginning of the episode and causes Dan to leave the TARDIS. Back on Earth, he meets loads of classic companions. He meets up with loads of classic companions, Tegan and Ace obviously, but also Joe, I think K9 as well, but that's been confirmed, and even Ian. This does kind of tie into some rumours I've seen of, there was birds then, that does kind of tie into some rumours I've seen of like a companion support group of sorts, which would kind of back this up a little bit. Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy do appear, shocking I know, but they're in Time Lord robes. Ooh. Interesting. And with a variation of what after Jodie regenerates into Tennant, I feel like that's just a decent guess. The 60th Special 2 is a wholesale adaptation of The Flood, but with a fun multi-doc twist. The Slitheen cameo is in all the Slitheen cameo in all 3 specials. Weirdly, okay, that's an odd choice. I know that Russell likes the Slitheen, but like, does he like them that much? I don't know. The Toymaker mockingly sings Doctor in Distress at Tennant whilst dancing with him, to which he replies, yes, very funny. The funny thing is, you think I'm joking. I could actually see him doing that as a reference for a 16th anniversary. I can't even lie. We've even seen them dancing. I can picture the scene. I could picture him totally. I could picture Neil Patrick Harris mockingly going, "Doctor in distress," and like 10th Doctor being like, "Yes, very funny, but what's going on here now? Tell me." Like, yeah, I can just see that scene in my head. There are plans for a lot more than just these 3 specials, but nothing has been finalized yet, so don't want to say get your hopes up. It doesn't happen. I'll be honest, this is a weird one because it's like, it kind of fits with some of the stuff I've heard, but then also it kind of just feels like educated guesswork. Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys are thinking about that. Like, I could totally see them mockingly singing Doctor in Distress as a little reference. Oh no, I like this, Liddy. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you think about the Reddit leak. That'd be really interesting to see. I think we only get 3 specials. I think so too. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. If you did enjoy this stream, be sure to leave a like. Comment down below anything that we discussed, and I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye. Oh, make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't already. Bye-bye.